What's up, PMP? You got PokeAim here again, of course, because I'm like one of the few directors that uploads. Anyway, I got a challenge cup match versus my boy SOMALIA. Pretty much what challenge cup is: randomly generate Pokemon, random levels, random moves generated by a script made by Antar. Shoutouts to him. And you just use them in a match. So yeah, I'm leading off with the Servine. He's leading off with a Pachirisu. Just gonna go for the Leech Seed, not really knowing what to expect, just because, like I said, this Pachirisu could have any move that Pachirisu learns. So he actually ends up packing the Sweet Kiss. I'm gonna want to switch on out of there because I don't want to end up hitting myself in confusion. Plus, I can't really threaten him that much with Leer and Cut. So gonna switch into my Lombre as he actually ends up switching out into his Porygon Z. I don't really know what this thing could do to me. All I know is Lombre has decent special defense just because I know Ludicolo has decent special defense. So I'm gonna go for the Swagger as he actually ends up surprising me with the Aerial Ace, and I don't want to take another Aerial Ace to the face. So what I'm gonna do is switch out to my Cargo, knowing that if he does connect with the Aerial Ace, one, it wouldn't do that much because I do resist it, and two, there's a chance that he can get burned by the Flame Body, so my ability. So he actually ends up hitting himself Confusion. I'm gonna go for the Strength as he actually ends up going out into his Regirock, takes that like a champ, and I'm definitely going to switch out into my Lombre. I believe he predicts me to go on to that, which is why he double switches, but into his Porygon Z. But then again, I can't really know if he was predicting that just because it's Challenge Cup, so I mean, I'm just having fun, but whatever. He ended up predicting me, I guess. I'm going to go for the Mega Drain as he actually reveals he does have the Discharge. Doesn't do that much. What I want to do right here is, since I am running relatively low on HP, I want to go for that Synthesis just to replenish my souls. And I don't really want to stay in right here, but at the same time, there's not really too much I can do. So I'm actually going to end up going for the Growl just so his attack will be lowered. That way maybe I can take an Aerial Ace, but just looking at that damage, judging by it, I don't believe I can. And then he reveals the Dark Pulse. So why is this Porygon Z so versatile? It like threatens my entire team. So he is able to knock me out with that. Gonna go on to my Victory Bell knowing I could take any one hit, as he's actually going to end up switching out into his Pachirisu. I went for the Razor Leaf, and because Pachirisu does not have that good of a physical defensive side, it's actually better especially defensive than it is physically defensive. Going to do a decent chunk. So now he's going to switch out into this huge threat, a Reshiram. Hello? What am I supposed to do with this versus this in Challenge Cup? Like, honestly, what can I do? So I ended up going for the Razor Leaf. I'm definitely going to switch out. Going to go on to my Macargo, hoping that the only attack he has is, like, I don't even know, Ember. Can that thing even learn Ember? But, yeah, he actually ended up doubling into his Porygon Z. I don't really want to stay in. Going to go out into my Victory Bell, as he actually ended up going for the Aerial Ace, I believe. Either expecting that or something like that, because I actually thought he would go out into his Regirock or his Frillish, but yeah, he made the better play right there. He ended up going for the Aerial Ace twice. I'm going to hit him with the Magical Leaf right here, and unfortunately for me, he does have a Ngav Barrier, whatever that thing is, so he does recover some HP. So I'm going to switch out right here because I don't want to lose my Victory Bell just yet. Going to go on to my Macargo knowing I pretty much wall him, as he actually ends up switching into his Pachirisu. He's going to hit me with an Electric Ball. He's not going to do that much, even though he does outspeed me by a lot, but then again, my Cargo does have decent special defense. I believe Jimmy31428 used to use a special defense of my Cargo, and I also know Tony uses one of these, or pretty sure he does use one of these. He uses all types of my Cargo. So anyway, I am able to get up the Sunny Day. Gonna switch out to my Victory Bell knowing he cannot threaten me with any of his attacks. At first, I'm gonna go for the Magical Leaf. I do outspeed him because Chlorophyll is active since Sunny Day is up. And now I'm gonna go for the Razor Leaf because I did remember that Pachirisu does have poor special defense, I mean physical defense, not special defense, so I can knock it out with that. He's going to go on to this Reshiram. I am definitely not going to switch out versus this thing. Just going to go for the Razor Leaf just to get some sort of damage, as he's actually going to be able to knock me out with the Hyper Beam, which kind of made my day. I was laughing about this. Me and SOMALIA were laughing about this on Skype. So now I can freely go out into my Kadabra, and I can hit him with a Psyshock because this is one of the few good Pokemon besides the Servine that I do have on this quote-unquote team. So I am actually going to be able to get the 2-hit KO with the Psyshock, which is great because, one, this Kadabra is still alive. It's not going to go down to a Hyper Beam, and two, that big threat is gone. So now he's going to go on to his Porygon Z. I don't know if Psyshock could KO him in that range because, like I said, it's random, so I can't calc his stats since I don't know his stats, and I know my stats, but then again, I can't really calc. So I'm going to switch out to my Macargo just to take any hit. Now I'm going to go for the Strength, as unfortunately for me, he does switch out into his Frillish, and now he's going to double into his Porygon Z, I believe, predicting me to go out into either my Doduo or my Servine. But either way, it doesn't really matter because I can just switch right back out into my Macargo, as he's just going to hit me with a Discharge. It's not going to do that much to me. It did way less than I expected, but honestly, he doesn't really know if he can 2-hit KO me right here, so he's going to make the safer play and go out into his Frillish, as I'm just going to go for the Facade because I do have Facade, Giga Impact, Strength, and Sunny Day. What kind of set is this? I don't have any Lava Plume or Toxic. I need some support. Anyway, he's going to end up going for the, what's that thing called? Attract, and now he's going to taunt me. So I'm just going to stay in right here because I'm just waiting to catch his Porygon Z off guard because I know just by the way he's playing, he's just been double switching a lot. So I'm going to go for Facade right here. Unfortunately, I do get paralyzed, and Facade boosted, since it is paralyzed, it would have done a hell of a lot to that Porygon Z if not taking it out. But what can I say? Hacks is hacks, and it's Challenge Cup. It's just a fun match, so it doesn't really matter to me if I win or lose. I'm just having fun, just playing the game. So, gonna go on to my Servine, the MVP of this match. Gonna go for the Leech Seed. I eat that Aerial Ace for breakfast, and now I believe I'm just gonna go for the Cut just to get off some damage, since it is my only attacking move, since my move pool is Attract, Cut, Leer, and Leech Seed. But Leech Seed is all I need in this match, as you guys will soon find out. So, I'm pretty much wearing down this Porygon Z with the Cut and Leech Seed damage. He's finally going to go down, that other huge threat. So, threat 1, Reshiram gone. Threat 2, Porygon Z. So now he's going to go on to his Regirock. Don't really know if he can threaten me that much. Just going to go for Leech Seed, as he's actually going to surprise me and have the Stab Stone Edge. But it does not do that much. After Leech Seed recovery, I can take more of those hits. So what I'm going to do right here is actually go for the Leer, even though at the time I forgot that he had Clear Body, but I just went for the Leer anyway, just go for it. But he actually ended up switching into his Persian, so that works out fine for me. Now I can just go for Leech Seed. Unfortunately, it do miss, which kind of sucks because that recovery would have been a bit nice, but then again, his hits really aren't doing anything to my Servine, so I can just stay in all day, as he's actually going to hit me with the Shadow Claw, revealing that he does have Feint Attack and Shadow Claw. So I can't really switch into my Doduo unless I predict him right. He's actually going to end up going for the Feint Attack right here. You're going to hit my Doduo on the switching. Still not going to do that much. I would have liked it better if he would have went for the Shadow Claw. That way, since I am normal type, I would have been immune to that. So now I'm just going to go for the Natural Gift, because the only 2 attacking moves I have is Natural Gift and Double Edge, and I just want to see, since I was carrying Barry, how much it would do to his incoming Regirock, since I was pretty confident that he would switch into that. So now I'm just going to go for the Double Edge, trying to get some damage. Pretty much what I want to do is just wear him down to the point where my Kadabra can pretty much knock him out with the Psyshock. I don't think he's at that point yet, though, so I'm going to go out into my Servine. And like I said, my thought process right here, or my plan to win, since I decided, okay, if he's going to be double switching and doing this stuff, I want to try and win now instead of just having fun, is wear down all his Pokemon to the point with Leech Seed and Cut and Leer, where my Kadabra can just come in and Psyshock sweep. So unfortunately he did miss his Stone Edge, as I went for the Leer, like I said, completely forgetting that he did have the Clear Body, and now he's gonna go for the Lock On, that way he does not miss. And a little funny story about Servine, not really funny, but when I was playing the in-game Black and White, and I started with Snivy because I thought Snivy was like gangster right there, just the way he looks. Just Snivy looks so cool, so I started with Snivy, and by the time I got to the Elite Four, you guys know that person that you play with, like the ghost type thingies, and the fire type. I don't know if it's fire, but I know they have ghost type or whatever. I was pretty much able to stall out the entire Elite Four and the champion because of my superior with Leech Seed. I believe I also had Substitute because I think I got that TM. And yeah, I was able to stall out the entire Elite Four with Leech Seed, Substitute, and all this stuff. So yeah, Superior did not die to any hit. So yeah, let's just talking about that right now. And this Servine is showing as an example, because this Servine is pretty much wrecking his entire team, his remaining 3 guys. So his Persian isn't really doing that much. He's really at that point right now that if I wanted to, I can go into Kadabra, and hit him with a Psyshock and knock him out. But then again, I don't want to get hit with a Shadow Claw and potentially be KO'd. So his Persian's finally going to go down to the Leech Seed, and now he's going to go on to his last Pokemon, which is his Frillish. And his Frillish is actually packing the Sludge Bomb. So if he would have went out into it earlier, since I actually wasn't carrying any Grass Stab move besides Leech Seed, he could have potentially saved this Pokemon and, you know, not have the Servine do work. But whatever, it doesn't matter. We're both just having fun. So now I can just go on to my last Pokemon, which is my Kadabra. Hit him with a Psyshock, as he's going to hit me with the Sludge Bomb. He does get the poison. Does not really matter at all, because I will be able to knock out his Frillish with the second Psyshock. So yeah, good game, Somalia. Guys, definitely check him out. He posts good battles, and he's a good trainer and all that stuff. Good trainer. I just said good trainer. He's a good battler. So I definitely encourage you guys to check him out. Check me out if you guys want. And until next time, guys, later, PMP.